Hi, travelers. This is going to be your Aries Sun, Moon, and Rising for February 2026. I can't get my lighting right. And I've been on vacation. Good thing I was, because the freeze came. That's why I'm dressed like this. It's colder as hell. Right now it's 26 degrees and the wind chill makes it feel like 9. At South Texas, that's cold. We normally break out jackets when it gets 50 degrees. Okay, so I have with me today the Radiant White deck, the Laveda Sibila for clarification should we need, and I'm gonna wrap the reading up with a Psychic Oracle Tarot card. Okay, let me turn the camera around and we'll get started with the reading. I'm going in for my last round of physical therapy. I get my re-eval today. I don't know what they're gonna say. I might pick up where I left off, but go back to the VA. They have a crappy physical therapy department, but they have great equipment, and that's mostly what I'm looking for. So these cards are wanting to deal themselves. January has been a very, I don't want to say turbulent, but strange month. And February is going to be even stranger. So let's see what the cards have to say. Bye. Got the cards. 9 cards down. Here we go. 5 of Swords. And that's too much light. Let me turn it off so you can see what it's all about. Oh, damn it. Okay. 5 of Swords. 10 of Pentacles. Page of Cups. Next row. The Hierophant. There's 2 5s. The 4 of Wands. The King of Swords. Last row. The 7 of Pentacles. The 2 of Pentacles. And finally, the Lover's card. What's over the energy over the entire reading? The Knight of Pentacles. So, I have 1, 2, 3 Pentacles, 2 Swords, a Cup, a Wand, and 2 major arcana cards. The 5 swords represent thoughts, beliefs, perceptions, ideas, communication. Pentacles represent finances or the doing of something. Cups represent simply the emotional quotient, how you feel about a thing, person, or situation. Wands represent your focus, your passion, desire, determination. And the major arcana cards are your spiritual lessons. I only have 2 repeater numbers. I have 2 court cards, the Page and the King. I have 2 5s and 2 major arcana. Okay. Let me look at this for a second. The cards are read past, present, future. Past, present, future, interplay of the cards. Let's start in the center with the 4 of Wands. The 4 of Wands is usually... Wait a minute. Damn it, my daughter is calling me. Hold on. Okay. Now, the 4 of Wands Fours are known as numbers of stability. And the Four of Wands stands for either doing what you love and loving what you do for work, because sometimes the wands are associated with career. But more than that, the card represents that you may be in a relationship that will deepen more so than you thought. Okay? It's about checking up card. Not getting married, but checking up. Starting at the top, we have the Five of Swords. Fives are numbers of change. They represent terse, tense energy. They represent ups and downs. And this card, the Five of Swords, is about an argument or a fight with words. Not necessarily physical, but words or thoughts or beliefs. It says that you may be about to lose something that means a whole lot to you. It may mean that someone is trying to trick you or do something to you to make you think the wrong thing. That didn't come out right, but be on the lookout for loss, thefts, lies. But it also says that if someone is disparaging you, to stand up for yourself in a fight, a dispute. Look at the card. Usually this card represents to me the person in the foreground is you, the one who I'm reading for, and the two people here have thrown down their swords and walked away. So you are left with one sword. But you have two swords over your shoulders. So that leads me to believe that either you are thinking that you should not have said something, or maybe you should have said what you wanted to say. Okay? But be careful with the energy of the Five of Swords, because once a fight begins, people will stoop at nothing to lose. And next we have the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is basically about family money, generational money. So I think it's a fight in the family, either about finances or what you're doing. Remember, Pentacles are either about finances or something that you're doing. The Ten of Pentacles represents all kinds of good energy. It represents people, a group of people who know each other very well. Look at the card. It has the woman, the man, the woman, the kid, the old man, the two dogs. So it's about family things, family issues. Here on the back side of the 10, we see the Page of Cups. All pages are simply messages to me. So this is about somebody offering you something. It comes as a surprise to you, because see how the fish pops out of the cup? And fishes and other cards sometimes relate to finances or wealth. Going down to the Hierophant. The Hierophant is an interesting card because he represents a lot of things. First of all, he represents Taurus. So he's ruled by Venus. And he represents either getting advice from someone higher up, like a priest or someone that you trust. Or it could be about a hierarchical structure, like you get a new job, or hospitals, universities, things like that, where there's a structure where one person disseminates information down to the rest of you. But also represents your values. Venus, the second house, is about your values, what you believe, how you think, what you feel. Also, it talks about finances. Okay? What you hold dear. What's dear to you. What costs more than money or gold. But here I see he is talking to two acolytes at the base of his. There are two people. Those are the acolytes. So I don't know if you have to go before someone to talk about whatever the fight is, but I think that something you're not being told. The two keys. Keys can open things or they can keep them closed. Over here we have the King of Swords. That's usually a air sign male. He can be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Mostly Aquarius. He is the type of person who does what he says and says what he does. Sometimes there's no black and white for him. It's all, but he's very forward thinking. As a profession, he can be a policeman, a fireman, a chef, a writer, an editor, a scientist, a researcher, anywhere where sharp tools are needed to get the job done, or keen intellect. I think he has some kind of issue with what's going on between these two things. This looks like it may be a marriage proposal, but I'm not sure. And he's against it. See how he's holding his sword up against the Hierophant and the Four Wands. So something that's happening or being said or that you think about or that is becoming more than what you thought it was, he is against it. Go down here, the Seven of Pentacles. Sevens are numbers of spiritual numbers and numbers of perfection. And so the 7 says you should stop and think about what you're doing before moving forward. Don't move forward. You need to take a break and stop and think about it. Look at the card. This is about waiting for the harvest to come in. That's the name of the card. And you have 6 things on your bush already that you had to tend to. Can you afford to take the 6th pentacle? Can you afford the sweat equity, the time, the energy, whatever it takes to put it on the bush and tend it? So you have to think about it. But something being offered to you, that's twice, right here. You have something being offered to you. That's an offer, the pentacle. Either to do something different or do something new or some kind of financial situation. Finally, we come to the 2 of Pentacles. The 2s are always numbers of choice, options, dualities, thoughts, crossroads. You're at a crossroads and you are all at sea about what you should do. Sometimes the card says you may be working 2 jobs at one time or you have 2 situations going on simultaneously. Okay? But you're handling the situation perfectly. I kind of feel like it's been a circular situation. It's been going around and around about it. It says that a decision has to be made because you're at a crossroads. It also says opposition. Somebody could be actively opposed against you in something. And finally, we have the Lover's card. It's 6, and 6 are numbers of love, harmony, and beauty. This card can be sometimes interpreted as a perfect relationship. You never had a fight or anything like that. But sometimes it can also mean a mismatch of energies. You're with somebody who you can't get along with each other smoothly. And so the card really, to me, talks about choice. You have to choose what the right thing to do is. And know that once you make one choice, the door closes on another choice. So it says to be careful of what you choose because the consequences can be far-reaching. It's a choice. I think whatever it is, it can be a thorny situation. This reminds me of a shark's tooth. It says also that you should balance out your masculine and feminine energies. And over here we have the Knight of Pentacles. Knights always bring messages and news, but they also appear in order to move a situation along. And this tells me it's been a long time coming, perhaps. He is the Swords Knight in the deck, so he's taking his time to get there. He may not have arrived yet, but he's on his way. So this can be something about money or doing something new. And the story goes, when he appears in a reading, you should welcome him because good news is on the way. Whatever it is, it's good news. So I'm not sure if this is about basically about finances, or some, like maybe you might get an inheritance, or someone is trying to block what you get from because of this situation, living with somebody. I don't think this person likes who you're living with, or it could be he doesn't want you to receive any money from your family. Maybe this is the person you're in love with. I don't know. And he's saying, no, I don't want that. We can do it ourselves. So we will see. I'm going to flip over the 2 core cards here. And that leaves me with the 5 of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Pentacles, along with the 2 major arcana cards. Let me see if I can get any other messages out of this situation, out of this spread. Let me look. We'll start with how the cards fell. So we're talking about the 5 of Swords first. Also, it suggests that you, like the 7 of Pentacles, it says that you should step back to regain a more solid footing, the 5 of Swords. But it tells me nothing about being next to these cards. The 10 of Pentacles. Tells me nothing. I'm going to read to you the 2 5s, what they mean. Two 5s, I think the meaning is new experiences ahead. But new experiences don't always mean good experiences. It can be either one, because it's a 5. There are ups and downs. Okay? Let's say that the 4 of Wands. Tells me nothing. I want to read what it said. It may be an indication that someone is enjoying a romance which may lead to commitment or marriage, or the foundation of a long-term relationship. Long-term commitment or marriage may be laid at the sun. I'm kind of picking that up. The 7 of Pentacles. Tells me nothing. The 2 of Pentacles. With any 5 before or after. That's that right there. 2 5s and 2 of Pentacles. Implies that your energies are being scattered, leading to undue stress and confusion. Slow down, relax, and think carefully about each step you take at this time. Allow things to flow as they will and have faith. I don't know what's going on, but something is underneath. So let me pull cards. I want to pull. I guess I'm going to pull on this King of Swords. Pull my Sibila cards. So let's. It's chalked with messages of some news coming about or offer. Okay, here, here. Here. So I think you're going to have to make, it's right here in front of me. Some message is going to come to you about, it's going to make you feel some way. So it's either about money or doing something. And you have to make a choice. And think carefully about the choice, because the cards tell you that it has far-reaching consequences. So, even here. King of Swords, melancholia, sadness, depression, but not one that lasts a long time, just like the dark clouds over your head right now. Dilettante. It can mean that this is someone that has totally different view about life than you do, and he can persuade other people to veer off on the wrong course. And I think maybe it also deals with the plurality. Can be multiple people. He has a sway or hold of them. Dispiacere. Whatever this thing is, or whoever this guy is, he has news for you, and it's not going to be pleasant. It's something that will cut to the quick. We see the letter there on a table. Open. She read it, but it doesn't tell me what news it contains. Either way, it's not going to be good news. So that's what I have for you. I don't think, make a choice about whatever you're going to do. Even here, the fight about either a relationship, you have to choose. And I think there's some kind of family money attached to this. But the Two of Coins says you definitely have to make a choice. You're at a crossroads. And these two cards are telling you to think carefully, because whatever the choice is, it's going to have far-reaching consequences. So let me pull a Psychic Oracle Tarot. Flew out of that. Universe. Number 21, or the World card. Let's read. It's a major arcana. So it usually means that you are at the end of some kind of life lesson. You have come far on your journey, and it's time to be rewarded for your efforts. This card symbolizes completion, triumph, peace, liberation, and fulfillment. Everything you strive for is within your reach. Meet it halfway and grab it. The universe is the last of the major arcana cards and reflects the work that you have accomplished on your travels. But More importantly, it represents the wisdom that you've gained along the way. You should now honor and acknowledge the truly wonderful soul that you are, and accept the vital part that you play in the bigger scheme of life. The world is yours to command, and you are free to travel in whatever direction your heart desires. You are connected to everything in the cosmos. The universe card is a reminder that the same energy making up the stars in the sky is the same energy that's coursing through the universe is in each and every individual. In ancient times, people believed that each star was the soul of one person. They also believed that these souls shine so brightly to guide others through the darkness, and so too can your wise soul. And that's what I have for you, Aries, for February 2021. Good luck, and thank you so much for sticking around. Bye.